Diego, Jason, Osama, Anna, and Max. And we have 3 topics for today. The first one is the best way to learn is with a teacher, so students should have as many lectures and classes as possible. In my opinion, I partially agree with this because although we can learn from teacher quickly, absorb the knowledge quickly from the lectures or classes, but I think students also need to have practice in the classes with other students to interaction or discuss something with other students too.
I agree with you, but I think you can put your knowledge in different scenarios, like internship in in a company in your sector, and maybe it's a good idea if you can put all of them in practice. Of course, the classroom, the class and the classroom teacher, of course, are very important, but the practice is very important too.
Yes.
Yes, as Diego says, the practice for us is very important. I totally agree with you. And I think in the class, teacher can give you the individual help if you have the specific problem with your major or with your work, you can ask a teacher. But in the lecture, you just make a notes and listening. So sometimes lecture for your major is a little more useless.
In my opinion, have a lot of lecture and the classes. We have many information to understand the title or the work in the class. After that, we can sharing our idea with the other classmate to understand the topic, and if I need help, then our classmate will help us.
And in my point of view, I think have some lectures is important too, because when you listen to the teachers and maybe you can find something is very difficult for you to understand it. But if you go with your friends and discuss together, and maybe you can understand it more clearly. And also, if you have some questions, you cannot solve it, and you can give the questions to the teachers, and teachers helps you. It's more better, I think.
So you think lecture is more important than class?
Well, I think they are. Yes, I think a little more important than class.
I disagree with you.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
do I.
Sorry, I disagree with you, because lecture is important, of course, but that people have a lot of experience, but you can't ask at the same time.
Yes.
You don't receive the answer
Also after
immediately.
after the class, and in the class, you can have some opinions on something.
But lecture always have so many people to sit together. If everyone have one question, so do you know after the lecture the teacher have the more time to answer you? No.
You can send emails or something.
Okay, let's move on to the second part. By the time students get to university, they should have developed the skills to study independently and manage their own time. What you guys think
Yes,
about?
we should have a lot of skills before joining the university, like reading and writing skills. Also, how can we manage our time to study and with the other student, and how we can make research and how we can write a note in class or lecture.
I think develop the skills to study independent and manage our own time is very important, because in the university's time it is very it has a lot of free time for you to do anything, and you must to manage your own time, and when you grow up to the work, and it is also important for you to manage your time and also to sometimes to work independently.
Yes, I agree with you because I think some university student will have a part-time job in the university, and students have to balance their work time and in the school time. They have to manage their time very well, that they will not be very tired in the class or in the work. I think manage time is very important to the student.
Yes, I agree with you. And manage time is so important. You must find a point to balance the work and your free time.
Yes.
Because you getting studying the university, you just responsible for yourself. So
Yes.
yeah. So,
I totally agree with you. I have another perspective of that because when you're studying independently, it's not only study as a student, it's as a person. So you can manage your time, you can manage your money too, your money, your money,
money.
yeah, your time, your money, your priorities in your life, and that kind of things, and you receive a huge treasure for that because you can balance your life.
Yes. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Too much homework makes students feel stressed and has a negative effect on their learning. I totally agree with this one.
We are totally agree.
Yes, totally agree with this one because when I was a senior high school student, we have a class from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. all day long. And when we went to home, we have to prepare the text for tomorrow. So I have a lot of stress from my senior high school. So I think too much homework will make the student feel don't have motivate to their study. They will reduce the quality for studying. Yes.
yes. And in China, it's also in high school.
Yeah.
You must be get up 6 a.m. 6 a.m. and go to the playground.
To run.
Yeah, run and exercise yourself all of them together, and until to 10, no 8 I think 8 p.m. and
It is
you,
talking about homework.
Home.
Yes.
Too
Yeah,
much
so
homework.
I
And
think
also about the time of your
yes, and so many class and so many homework and make our pressure stress.
Yes, I think when you have a lot of
homework.
maybe if you are a new student in a new city with different people with different language
Just like us.
like us, maybe you will feel bad sometimes, sad of course because you're missing everything.
Yes.
But you need to try to have balance with your personal life, meet people, doing some sports, eating different foods, and
Drink some beer.
yeah, yes, it's true. And if you have different things to do, you have your mind all time thinking, and you don't have problem with a lot of hours.
Yes, totally.
in China, as you all know, in China the students' homework is very
So many.
so many, and they do the homeworks until 1 or 2 p.m. every day. Just some high schools every day, and maybe I think too much homework make they feel tired, and in the next day class, I think they won't have a good effect to study.
I think too much homework, I think it's bad for a student. I think we need just twice 1 or 2 homework per week.
Per
What do you
week.
think?
Per week.
No,
or
I
what?
think it's too late.
Are you sure?
Balance.
Yeah, twice homework. It's okay per week.
But how much?
Now, take the question. It's a huge problem with our teachers because what is the exactly amount of homework? What is how much versus do you know what?
Yeah.
Yes, they have a great problem, but they have a huge responsibility too.
Okay, maybe we have run out our time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the end for our seminar.